Shelves. Shelves are kind of easy. Hey, hello, welcome back to the shop and channel. Shelves for this thing. So this is kind of simple. I'm using 1/2-inch plywood, and to give them a little more visual impact and add a little bit of rigidity, although 1/2-inch is plenty for the kind of clothes that are going to go in here, I've added what I call the web in a previous video. And let me bring this up and show you. Basically, it's a 3/16 piece of 3/4 inch dimensional lumber that has been rounded over on the corners on the router table. It is glued and pinned in place. And now I need to sand all of the filler off, because there has to be some filler where the interface is to give you a smooth finish when you go to paint it. So now it's going to be sanding and all that good stuff, but let me show you how this is going to fit. These are going to fit in the armoire. So I've got these style shelf pins with the little shoulder on them. They're 5mm, because the drill I used was, of course, 5mm. And the way this is going to work, they're simple, just going to mount in here like this. Yeah, I'm fighting it a little bit. I have to actually take a little bit more material off the sides. And there'll be 5 in here. She could use them all or not use them all. It's up to her. I have to trim off the back a little bit because they're a little bit long. Since I put the dimensional lumber on, I want them about 1/8 of an inch behind where the door is going to close, which is that line right there. About 1/8 of an inch behind that. So let me get busy and do some sanding and some fitting and some cutting, and then we'll come back in the next segment and I'll show them all mounted up. Now these are going to get painted the same color as the interior of the cabinet, which is that blue, pale blue I showed you. But because of varying colors and whatever in here, there'll be a coat of Kills primer. I love Kills primer on everything before I put the coat of blue paint on. I don't know, it looks like maybe 4 is all we'll need in here. I think 5 would just compress it too much. And this, of course, is adjustable anyway Mara wants it. I'll have her take a look, but I think 4 shelves will be more than enough. So these are sanded, they're trimmed, they fit perfectly. Now it's ready to put a coat of primer on these and on the inside. Oh yeah, I pick up the beadboard to stick on the back. Shelves are primed, sitting over there, all ready to go for the blue paint. Now I need to paint the inside and prime this. And I'm going to cut it in on the front edges, taped to protect the cherry. But I want to do the cut in first because I'm going to use a roller for the rest of it. And cutting it in just makes perfect sense, because I mean, it's how you paint a house, right? And it makes it easier to keep paint off of the cherry. Even though I've got the tape on here, it helps keep the paint off the cherry. And then I'll roll right up to that line when I'm done with this. But since I like to have music while I'm doing this, cue the time lapse. And there we go. Nice quick coat of Kills primer. Hides any stains or whatever, or funny different wood colors, whatever. So I did a little extra cutting in here, which I should have done earlier, but that's okay. This has to cure, dry, whatever, of course. And then we're going to do the blue. There. Let me clean my tools now, and we'll do the blue. blue. Shelves, the beadboard, blue. All I have to do on these now is just do the underside of the shelves, and that's going to be another day, next day. I want this to cure completely, paint to cure completely. About halfway through today, I'll go to the inside of the armoire itself, and at that point, the only thing left is to put the backer boards on the armoire, which is a 1/4-inch plywood, which is going to surround this and just to block up the back of it on both upper and lower cabinets. That will end the project, and then we'll move on to the next one. More on that later. So let me finish up all this paint work, and we'll come back in the next segment of this video of it pretty much assembled and with the backer board on. The backer board is just 1/4-inch plywood. You don't need to see that bought, cut, and put in place. Just put it in place. It doesn't get painted because it's behind the drawers. So onward and upward. And oh, I've decided that we've been keeping track of the cost of this project. Every single item, some lumped together. But anyhow, I'm going to do a breakdown of the cost of this. So you got an idea of, most people know what these things cost. But anyway, I'm going to do a breakdown of the cost at the end of the project. So I'll be back after that's painted, and it'll be all assembled. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you complete. The only thing left to do is to put the feet on, and they're going to go on once it goes upstairs on the lower cabinet. Nothing else left to do. Mara has to get the clothes out of the existing bureau, get it out of that room, and then we have to bring this one up and put the clothes in. There will be either a photograph or a short video when it is in situ, as we used to say in science. But we have 14 drawers, these nice little small ones here for small things or whatever, and the big ones, top and bottom. As you know, there's 4 in the bottom, 2 in the top. And when you open up the center cabinet, shelves in the blue that Mara chose. And this is cabinet and furniture paint, so it doesn't have that long-term latex tack that some latexes have. And she can set these up any way she wants. Take some out. I have one more if she wants to put another one in. But there it is. It's done. So this is the final video of Mara's Armoire. 18 episodes. Oh my goodness. Anyhow, I've got some more small shop projects that are coming up. When you remodel your shop and do things, you find little quirks and things you got to change. Chop saw is one of them. I got to make some changes in the chop saw. And then I got to do some plumbing over there for dust collection. But that's for another time. As promised, the next video will be relatively short, and it will be a total breakdown of the costs of building this armoire. And I'll also give a preview to the next project, the next big project, furniture project. This is cherry, the bed is cherry, the next project will also be cherry, of course. So until next time, make great things out of wood, make an armoire.